money, 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 money. Listen, this segment is not to be missed anytime. You must pay attention. Get out your pens and pencils, or if you're typing on your phone, and make notes. I'm particularly interested to have my daughters watch this segment. Listen, thanks for staying with us on Sunrise.
Why is that IT?
I'll talk to you about it later. Are you ready to embrace financial freedom? Whether you're just moving out of your parents' house, can I pause there, or stepping into financial independence for the first time, our financial guru Carlton is here to guide you through the daunting journey of striking out on your own.
Yes. On your own, like Patella Bell.
That's what I'm talking about. Set up your own place to managing new financial responsibilities with confidence. Carlton, you're the man.
Good morning, people.
Good morning.
Good to see you, sir. Good to see you.
Hi, how are you doing, sir?
Yes.
Good morning.
I never find things come.
The suit them on them when the socks them. I put like a barrier.
Very mindful.
Very mindful.
Yes.
But this morning we want to talk to persons who maybe they have the barrel packing and come down, but they want to go on their own.
Yes.
And it's a very important part of the journey because where we grew up.
Yes.
And many of us, when we were younger and mommy or daddy say, do this, so we can't bother, we can't reach 18, we're going to move out. But sometimes when we reach 18, we're still inside.
You get a rude awakening.
Yeah, a rude awakening. We don't reach 22, we're still in there. And many of us, we may have moved out at 30, 29, 24, whatever the age is. But whatever it is, there are some things that we must consider before we jump and take up big people things.
Yes.
Yeah? So whether it's because they want privacy, for some people it's their mental health because things are not really good at home. For some, you just want independent, and for others, you may be forced to move out because the reality is sometimes you get kicked out, you have to do what you have to do as big people.
Yes.
Whatever the reasons are this morning, think about something before you pick up big people things.
True.
Number one, whether you're going to move out in a rent house or you're going to move out in a house that you're going to buy. So if you have the privilege of staying at home with your parents until you can buy a house, that is ideal and good. However, if you can't and you have to move out and you're going to pay rent, let's talk about that. Rent. Calculate how much you can afford to pay rent.
Yes.
Sometimes you want to move out now and the rent prices are ridiculous now. But because you want to live a particular area, the rent comes very expensive. We want to think about it because it must be able to fit IT in a way you earn.
Definitely.
You cannot go out paying rent and you can't afford the rent.
Your landlord now agree.
It not agree any at all. And I saw a TikTok from somebody very famous who said, I'm popular. Landlord, now because we the rent, we must buy good food, we must travel, and that's not happening. If you have rent to pay, it comes every single month.
Yes.
So you must be able to can afford that. If it is something like, for example, a security deposit is a must if you're going to be paying rent.
Yeah.
So you must have people the money. You want at least 2 months rent, at its average right now, that you must have up front when you're going to be renting somebody's property. Number 4, bear in mind you want a bed to sleep on. You need maybe a little fridge. Maybe you need a little sofa here and there. So there are furniture costs. And let me tell you something. Furniture price is not for the weak.
That is it.
Very expensive.
Yep.
Yeah. So if you're going to move out, you start saving up these things. You don't want to be moving out by choice and you're over there sleeping on the ground. You don't need a bed. And as I tell my teenagers, my teenagers, this is very personal this morning for you, you know. This is very personal. As they start the little work. You hit a nerve. You start by your little bed, put on your little chest of drawer because you want to move out at some point.
But Carlton, I would also just want to insert here quickly that take it one step at a time. You cannot buy everything all at once and put your basket higher than where you can reach it. So if you can buy a 1 bed, you buy a 1 bed and wait. You buy a fridge, you buy a wall off. You know what I mean? Do it a little by little. And don't allow anybody to make you feel less than if you can't furnish it one time. You know what I mean? And my father own courts.
You
understand me? So just take your time, creep before you walk.
And that's what I have right here.
Oh, wow.
You budget for the essentials. Take your time. It is okay if you can only have the bed right now and the bed don't have a bedded.
True.
It's perfectly fine.
But bedded not
sleep on the table, I don't know. I'm a popular person say if you don't have a bedded, you sleep on the table.
Everybody
but if you can only afford the bed, it's perfectly fine because you're getting to independence. Little by a creep before you walk. All right? Number 6 is live. If you're living alone, guess what? There are some expenses that mommy and daddy normally pay that no, it's going to attack you. It's viciously.
Yes.
Yes, utilities.
Know what I'm saying? What hard to deal with.
Listen to me now.
The light bill.
So right now, as parents walking around turn off the light, them going to the bathroom, the light leave on. Them going to the fridge leave open. But guess what? Now this is your responsibility. So you have to go watch what you're doing here and there. Food prices are crazy. $1,000 pound for sweet pepper right now.
Yes.
So if you're going on your own to live, there are some food price that you're going to have to. Yeah. So normally when them home with them parents, they eat 4 slices bread, 5 eggs. Yeah. Them both put them on now, half an egg, a little water, 1 slab bread. You have to do, Yeah. But these are the things that are going to attack you when you go out on your own, and you want to make sure that. Also, location is also important. If especially you're a single woman going out to live, or a male going to live, you want to find somewhere nice and safe, but somewhere where you can also afford. Do a nice budget, because if you're going out to live now, look at what you need to be looking at now. If you're going to be paying rent, the rent should not be more than 30% of your income. So you can't be earning $100,000 and paying $6,000 for rent. That's not going to work. 30%. Food price is about 10 to 15% of your income should go towards food. If you have insurance, which you need to have insurance, 5% of your salary goes towards that. Saving, we know that is 20%, but at minimum is 10%. If the bills them lick you and you really can't do anything better than that, 10%. Entertainment, 5%. Can't be more than that. You can't pay rent and you're gonna party. That not gonna work out any at all. And transportation, 10 to 15% thereabout. These are basic things.
Which for the partner?
The partner within the savings side, because it's savings. If a partner plan right about yourself. But how do you cope? Know that you have new financial stress in your life because you're living on your own. Number one, you prioritize your needs over wants right now. You have to put that first, yeah? You can't be run up and down like you're living with mommy and daddy anymore. You have needs now. Live within your means, as Miss Kitty mentioned a while ago. Don't put your basket too high, because the trends are saying you must move into a furnished house. Sleep on the one bed if you have that. Number 3, start your emergency savings. So before now, you can never have one because you're at home. If things go bad, daddy have you or mommy have you. But now you're on your own. You must have that. And remember, you need at least 3 months minimum of all your expenses. Your rent, 3 months of your rent must be in account safe, and your light bill, etc. Number 4, avoid impulsive buy. I spoke about that on Monday. You can't just run to buy your shoes now because you see and want a shoes if you can't afford it. So you want to minimize that. Number 5, try to automate some of your payments. You see, because it's very new to you, you may miss some of your payments because you're now only paying these things on your own now. So you want to automate your savings a little bit. So it come out to your pay nice and quick. Your rent is one set money, it due the first of the month, automate your rent to the landlord's account. So you don't miss these things because it's first and new to you. And number 6, and my final tip how to cope, be flexible. Life is lifing. So you must be able to can adjust nice and easy if something come up. So for example, your utilities this month you use extra light. You're going to run AC because you're hot and you follow your friend them. And the light bill is more than what you budgeted for. It simply means that maybe you don't have entertainment this month because the light bill is a little bit too high. Or maybe you normally buy a cut of salmon, but you realize that you're cutting the water bill. So you go up on tuna and 2 mackerel. So you must be flexible when you're living on your own, especially from the financial side, because life is life in.
You know, some daughter, if she was she said, drag me. I don't know.
Drag her this morning.
Drag of me.
Adulting, she calls it adulting.
And I'm telling you, it's very hard out there.
Yeah, and it's so funny, you know, Carlton. When we were younger, we just had died to come adulting and you say, yo, we still not grow big. We still not grow big, so we turn 18. And when I said, can I be 4? Can I turn to 5? I want to be 12. Oh my God, this is a lot.
It's too much.
It's too much.
It's too much. But if it is that you need more help financially, because I don't touch on investment side yet if you're just moving out, because it will look a little bit different than somebody who's more established. But if you need more financial tips or help along that journey, you know where to find me. It's Carlton G. Stew on all platforms. Link me up, reach out, let me help you get through this phase, because guess what? We have to grow up and we must do it. And we're going to make it. That's the most important part.
Listen, the timing of this is so perfect. I mean, they're preparing for back to school because it's August, the middle of the month. So, but going back to school with these thoughts in mind for those who are graduating
from
their final year of school this year, they can begin to think. This is timely and very useful.
Lovely. Thank you, Sir Carlton.
Definitely.
Thank you so much for that information, and I hope that will help you. So testing, 1, 2, 3. We want to test about,
we'll
lots
talk
of
about some
things.
things.
Yeah, I test. I'm going to talk about some things. And also, IT, as we're talking to Carlton, tomorrow and Saturday is also the Build Wealth Conference being held at AC Hotel. And so, young people, I would say and suggest that they should go to events like these to listen, to hear, to know, so that some of the mistakes our parents made or grandparents, we can avoid those pitfalls, right? Because we're about learning and collapsing information in real time. All right, so we're going to take a break, guys. We'll be right back. Sunrise continues right after this, so make sure you keep it locked right here. CVM.